So they are the Brownian motion of what? Example of what? It is the Brownian motion of example of gases. So
Gases.
how the gases, the Brownian motion will be present or not. So from this also, the zigzag movement of the small particles suspended in a gas or liquid. So that is only what we should call the zigzag motion of the particles which are present in this either liquid or gas, doesn't matter. What we should call that name? What is that called that name? Laksha? Alana? The zigzag particles which are present in air, means air in the sense of either gas or liquid. What we used to call that name? The zigzag motion.
Sir, yeah.
Air. Ma, I am asking.
No, sir. Question.
Now the particles which are present inside them, they are moving randomly. So what is that phenomena called as? What is the phenomena called as?
Sir, I can't understand what you're asking.
Amma, now we have discussed Brownian motion in liquids, Brownian motion in gases. Now finally I am asking the question that whatever the particles are present, understanding the particles are may present in, the small particles may present in liquid or gas, doesn't matter. So the zigzag movement of the small particles which are suspended in a liquid or gas is only called as, what we used to call them? What we used to call them? That phenomena, Amma. I will hit my head. I will break my head, Amma. The zigzag motion of particles, what we used to call, Ra?
Brownian motion, sir.
Then why you are simply sitting like mad fellows? The zigzag motion of particles, what we used to call? That is what we are studying correct from the beginning.
Yes, sir.
What we used to call that?
Brownian motion.
Brownian motion, sir.
I am saying that first we have taken water. We have taken water and I have kept the pollen grains. This is the water and I have kept the pollen grains. I have observed that the zigzag motion of the particles. Now I have taken gas. Gas means in the sense of air I have taken. Now air contains dust particles. They are also moving in the zigzag manner. So now this zigzag motion of these particles is only called as what? What we used to call? Brownian motion. Whatever it is.
Brownian motion.
It may be in liquid or maybe in gas. Doesn't matter. Understand? So the motion of this zigzag movement of these small particles which are suspended in gas, liquid or gas is only called as Brownian motion. But this Brownian motion, you remember, if you increase the temperature, so that Brownian motion will increase or decrease. Let me see who will say. I have already taught you normal water and hot water. So Brownian motion, what will happen? If it is increases or decreases, if temperature is increases.
Increases, sir.
It will increase the temperature. Brownian motion, what will happen, Manya?
Increases.
Increases. Because why? What is the reason behind? If we start heating, what will happen? So particles will gain the more kinetic energy. Particles will gain the
more kinetic energy.
More kinetic energy. Suppose your car is more, you are accelerating. What will happen? Your car will go very fast or slow?
Very fast.
Very fast. Why? Because we are pushing the accelerator more so that our car will go more faster. If you are pushing the accelerator slower, then it will go slower only. The same way here. If I'll keep the pollen grains in normal water, cold water, they will go fastly but randomly. Zigzag manner, that is called as Brownian motion only. But if you start heating this water, then even they will go much even faster because the water particles will gain that kinetic energy, so that more even faster the particles will move, so that the pollen grains also will move. You understand, Amma? So if the temperature rises, then the Brownian motion is also what will happen? Then the Brownian motion also will
rises, sir.
Increases. Understanding? If temperature is decreasing, then the Brownian motion is also decreasing. Why? Brownian motion increasing on increasing temperature, decreasing on decreasing temperature. That's all. Suppose I have freezed the water. Is it possible to observe the movement of pollen grains? I have kept ice. Now I have freezed it.
No, sir.
Pollen grains. Is it possible to move them? They will go and will sit.
No, sir.
That is why, because particles are not moving. Water is not moving. You want, you can try. Because pollen grains are available everywhere in our outside houses also. So collect it and take the, freeze the water and try to keep the pollen grains. We cannot observe the motion. But if you want, sir, pollen grains, I cannot. But pepper powder, how many of you know pepper powder? In our home, we have pepper powder, correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, just
Yes, sir.
tonight, take a water in our bucket. Bucket you take while before going to bath, but don't bath with that water again. So take a bucket of water and just drop the pepper powder. Don't keep pepper balls, pepper powder you keep. So then you can see that this is a Brownian motion. I'm not joking, but better you try to keep a small particle so that we can observe the motion randomly. Is it okay, da? Will you try?
Okay, sir. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
you want, you can try. So that phenomena, whatever it is, if you keep pepper, if you keep pollen grains, whatever it is, when you will suspend these particles in air, means gas or liquid, so they will move in a zigzag manner. So the zigzag manner of the zigzag pattern of the particles which are suspended in this liquid or gas is only called as. Finally, I am asking, what is that?
Brownian motion.
Brownian motion. That's all. So now from this activity also I can conclude the two things. This movement of pollen grains and also a small dust particles moving in air. Also I can conclude two things. What is that? First thing, I can conclude two things from this activity. What is that? That is what? Right? Matter is made up of what? Matter is
Tiny particle.
what I can conclude.
Tiny
Made up of
particles, sir.
tiny particles.
Tiny particle.
Yes.
Tiny
Matter
particles.
is made up of tiny particles, and as well as what is the second one? The particles of matter are. The particles of matter are. The particles of matter are moving constantly. Are moving constantly. So these
Constantly.
are points you should note it down.
Constant.
Yeah, note it down, all of you. So the Brownian motion gives us two conclusions about the nature of matter. So one is matter is made up of tiny particles. Second one is matter. Understand, the particles of matter always moving constantly. That's all. So these are the two conclusions which we can make from the three experiments. Understand? One is first, what is the first experiment we have done? Dissolving and means mixing potassium permanganate with water. That is the first one. Second one, mixing air and brown, what it is, bromine gas, red brown bromine gas. And the third one, pollen grains with water or dust particles inside the air. So these are the three experiments which we have done for verifying that. What is that? Matter is made up of tiny particles. Next one, matter is the particles which are present inside the matter always in random directions. That's it. Is it okay, da?
Okay, sir.
So that is. Now finally for our today's class, we will write few things and we can include. Have you written these 2 points? Is it over?
Yes.
So now,
Yes, sir.
so totally
Minute,
from
sir.
this
1 minute.
Yes, sir.
yeah, you write it. From this we can conclude what is the characteristics of particles of matter. Can you say please, all of you, anybody? What is the characteristics of particles of matter? Last concept we are writing. Understand? So now, write the things. All of you keep heading. Characteristics of particles of matter. Characteristics of particles of matter. This is the last concept now. Characteristics of particles of matter. Characteristics of particles of matter. Observe very carefully. In these two things already we know that. One is what? Already 2 points, you know. Totally we have 4 points. In the 2 already we know that. Can you able to say what is that? What is the characteristics? All of you keep heading. Characteristics of particles of matter. Just now we have studied 2 things. Characteristics of particles of matter. Please, all of you, tell me.
Moving constantly.
Now, first one. Very, very small.
Matters are made up of tiny particles.
Very, very small.
Pa-
Small. Next, second one. They are moving what? Particles of matter are
Tiny particle.
constantly, constantly, constantly moving. So that is only we should call it as what we should call Brownian motion. Now, if you'll observe first experiment, potassium permanganate is occupying between the particles of water. Is it yes or no? Potassium permanganate is occupying the
Yes, sir.
particles, the space
Yes, sir.
particles of matter. Means in the sense of particles is having gaps or not. In between the particles, we have a
Yes,
small.
sir.
Is it yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
That is. So the particles of matter have spaces. Space means empty gaps between them. Spaces between them. Between them. Now, last point you see. Suppose, let me take two water particles. They are moving always in a random direction. That doesn't matter. Suppose, if they are not attracting each other, then this water particle should go like this and this water particles is go like this. Is it happening or always they are insides? They are sticking only in the same place. Is it they are going in a
No, sir, they are moving.
always inside? Means in the sense of some force of attraction is present between them. Is it yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
That is only called as class 6th you may have studied intermolecular force. Have you remembered? The force which is present between the molecules of
Yes, sir.
intermolecular force. Understand? Intermolecular force. I should not say this word, but I should say because you people don't know. The force present between, if you take any two particles of matter, some force is present between them. So that force of attraction is only called as intermolecular force. So if you take any matter in this universe, definitely the particles of matter attract each other. What will happen? Attract each other because they
Each
contain
other.
what? They contains what? They contains intermolecular forces.
Intermolecular.
Understanding, Amma? The force present between the force I am writing here. The force present. This is not in class 9th, class 6th, but I am saying the force present between the particles of matter. Between the particles of matter. Particles of matter. So remember, without this force, particles cannot stay together. They always will try to escape. Understanding? If this force is more stronger, then it will be more closer. If this force is very, very weak, then they are very, very far each other. You people understand, Amma? These forces are very strong, then particles are very close. If forces are free, then they will free to move. That is, so these are the four characteristics. These are the four characteristics of matter. Understand? So all of you write it. First point. Characteristics of particles of matter. First point. The particles of matter are very, very small. The particles of matter are very, very small. Tomorrow we'll study each characteristics and we will do the experiments also. I will try to do the experiments also. Try because these experiments with myself I can do it. Understand? In my home itself, so that I will try to do it. Is it okay, all of you? Yes or no?
Sir,
Yes,
can you
sir.
move little, sir?
Yeah. I will try to do as well as maximum I will try to do. Let me see. Understanding? Tomorrow we'll see. Right. The particles of matter are very, very small. The particles
Sir,
of
can you
matter
move?
are very, very small. Second point. The particles of matter are constantly moving. Constantly moving. So that is only called as what? Constantly moving. Constantly moving, what is to call?
Brownian.
Brownian motion.
Next, third point. Particles of matter are constantly moving. That's on third point. Next. Right. The particles of matter have The particles of matter have spaces between them. The particles of matter have spaces between them. That is the point number 3. The particles of matter have spaces between them. Third point. And what is the last point, Ra? Bracket you can write
Intermolecular force.
right? The particles of matter attract each other. The particles of matter attract each other. Bracket you can write intermolecular force. Is it okay, Amma?